Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back for another episode of Coffee Talk with Friends, the show about other people's opinions and not my loud ass opinions. Today's guest is, I was really excited about this. I hit her in the DMs. I was hunting her down. We got somebody real special. We got a mega celebrity in the building. Let me take a sip. We got Raine in the building. If you remember her, she was at, where were you at, Raine? Where were you at?
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. Ring announcing for WWE. She earned it by being picked out of millions and millions of people. Welcome, Raine, to Coffee Talk with Friends.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for having me. That's such a great introduction. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. So let's jump right in. You were the winner. It was a TikTok competition, right?
Yes.
For the best ringside announcer to announce at SummerSlam. Why did you enter, first of all? And two, did you think you were going to win?
Okay, so, well, I'll answer number two real quick. I didn't think I would win at all. Because whenever you'd scroll on TikTok for the hashtag WWE Announcer Contest, you have to keep scrolling to find my videos. So I was just like, okay, I don't think they're going to see my video, so I probably won't win anymore. I joined the contest because it's always been my dream to make it to WWE, whether it be like backstage or, like working backstage or, as a ring announcer or manager or as a character, basically. And ring announcing, honestly, it's something that I found out I can do by accident this past March.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh! After you answer the question, you got to tell me about it.
So to me, I was like, well, I've only done this since March. Like prior to SummerSlam, I've only ring announced probably 6 or 7 times at wrestling events prior to SummerSlam. So I was like, well, I don't know if I'm qualified enough to join this contest, but you know what? Let me create a TikTok account and let me join this contest, and we'll see. It's great to create an account anyway. So yeah. In my head, it's just, if I do win, number one, I can prove to myself that the contest is not rigged. Like you don't have like a definite winner. And then number two, it's like, to me, it's like an opportunity basically to kind of, perform inside a WWE ring.
That's awesome. That's sick. So what happened when you found out did you get a call, an email? Like, how did it go down when you found out you were the winner?
So I actually got an email like on Wednesday night, and that's how I found out that I won the contest. And I remember seeing the email, and I was just like, my heart just stopped. And next thing I know, I'm on the floor crying, and my husband's like, "What's going on? What's happening?" Like he thought someone died, because I was just like having like my moment. Like someone could probably have given me an Oscar at that point. I was just like, because I couldn't believe it, and then so I was on the floor crying. He's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I couldn't talk. I just showed him my phone, and he's like, "Oh my God." He's like, "You won." And I said, "Oh my, yes." And then so I was just like, I don't know. I was just shocked because I couldn't believe that they picked me.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. So you get picked. I guess you reply, you send an email out. Is this the Wednesday before SummerSlam, like the week of, or was it the week before or something? Okay, it's the week of.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why I was like, oh, okay, when are they gonna pick the winner? And then like Wednesday night I found out. So I was like,
wow. So what happens after? Do you end up on a private jet, or what's going on?
Well, the private jet, I guess it was occupied at that time, so they booked me. They booked me a flight to go to Vegas. Well, actually, not just myself, my husband as well. So they booked us a flight.
For the family? Let's go.
Yeah. So they paid for our flights, my husband and myself. And then when we got to Vegas, we got a car service to our hotel. I mean, my husband and I were like, wow, this is crazy, you know? And then after that, they also booked our hotel. And then morning of SummerSlam, we had another car service to Allegiant Stadium.
Big baller status. Big baller status. So leaving the stage, I'm trying to help the people who are watching this and listening to this envision what's going on. So flight booked. You fly to Vegas. Boom. Land in Vegas. Car service to the nice hotel. You pull up. You go, Get upstairs. Beautiful room. Then it's time to head to the arena. Then you get to the arena. Walk me through going through the arena. I'm seeing you see big lights. You see the WWE trucks. How are you feeling at this moment?
Oh, God. At that time, when I walked into Allegiant Stadium, I was just like, first of all, in my head, it's like, okay, so I guess like people get here like really early because they have to set up. Because we got there at 8:45 in the morning. Right? SummerSlam was at 4, or at least the kickoff started at 4 o'clock.
So wait, you got there at 8:45 in the morning. And the actual show starts at 4 p.m. So basically, it's like an 8-hour difference before the show actually starts.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. And then, so I got there, I was already like dressed up. Like how they saw me on TV, that's like how I got there.
Okay.
I was like in my head, I was like, well, I don't know what's going to go down. Like, I just want to look presentable. So,
yeah, obviously, yes. Understandable.
Yeah. So I got like a makeup artist, like meet me at my hotel. And I was just like, I was literally in Vegas the night before looking for a makeup artist that could help me out. I cannot do makeup myself. I cannot fix my hair. So I was just like, I don't know. I need to find someone. So it's like 9 o'clock at night, Friday night in Vegas. I was just like looking for someone to like. So yeah, we got to Allegiant Stadium, and I remember seeing. Well, first of all, like backstage, I met with the digital team, and they were the ones who were responsible for the contest. And we had breakfast. WWE catering, it's really good.
Hold on. Walk me through that breakfast, because one of my dreams in life is to eat some WWE catering. Walk me through that breakfast real quick. Talk about that breakfast.
Okay. So the breakfast, it's basically, like this, it's kind of like buffet style, except that now they are serving it, for you. But I guess that's how it's always been. I'm not really sure, but it's kind of like, think of like catering style, but there's someone like serving the food for you. And so for breakfast, they had some, I think the scrambled eggs had like really like creamy melted cheese, because I really remember that. And then there's sausage, bacon, some potatoes, not just like regular potato, but they're like chopped potatoes and
I know what you're talking about, a little hash.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So really good. And then they have like what do you call this? Oh, they have like a fridge filled with like drinks, and they had different kinds of coffee.
Okay, let's talk about the coffee. Yeah. Always.
So it was really nice, and they had a bunch of fruits, and everyone who would go there would not leave hungry. Let me tell you.
I like how that sounds. So you sat down with the digital team. Boom, boom, boom. What y'all talking about? If you can talk about that. Yeah.
So basically, they were telling me, hey, so you will be announcing Big E versus Baron Corbin tonight. And so I didn't find out that I would be announcing that match until the day of. Which honestly, for me personally, it worked out, because I feel like had I known the night before that I'd be announcing that match, I probably would have rehearsed and kind of like, I don't know, not enjoy the moment anymore, because I got to rehearse this. So it's nice that I found out the day of, because to me, it's just like, okay, cool. It's kind of like, to me, going to, some of my indie shows were in, surprise, we'll be announcing this. Okay, cool. That's how it felt for me. So yeah, and then throughout the day, they would just introduce me to people who work behind the scenes and to, superstars that are just like walking around the arena. So that was really cool. And when they walked me out to the actual, where the field basically, I remember looking around and I was like, man, this is amazing. Like, just to be like in that field, and because like at that time it's probably what, like 9:30, it's, arena's empty, it's just like people, kind of like who were setting up were there, and it's like looking at like empty seats. It's like weird and then cool at the same time. Like weird because, okay, how come there's no people? But cool because you're like, okay, well, I'm here this early. That's why there's no people yet. But it's like you get to like really like, you get to really enjoy that feeling of like, okay, I'm here. It's it, to me, I was able to kind of like take it all in without like without like the extra stuff at that point. It was just mostly like me feeling the moment of like, oh God, I'm here at Allegiant Stadium. This is gonna happen.
Yeah. So leading up to that moment, were you nervous to the point that leading up to the moment that you have to do your announcement, were you nervous, or were you just like, okay, you know what, I'm here already. They already picked me. They're gonna get what they're gonna get, or were you like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God?
I was mostly excited. Like, to be honest with you, ever since I joined the contest, I mean, honestly, not even before this contest happened, I've always visualized in my head.
Hold on. Your sound sounds a little off. I'm gonna take you out. You're gonna come back in, okay?
Okay.
Come back in, man. Hello?
Hi. Is it better?
Okay, perfect. We are back. Little commercial break. Toss that into that between the thing. So, were you nervous? Were you excited? Or were you just cool as a cucumber?
Oh, wow. I was just really excited because even before the contest happened, I've just always visualized in my head being inside a WWE ring. Like that's because that's my dream. So, I'd literally walk down our hallways here, visualizing that I'm walking towards a WWE ring. And I don't know if that sounds like weird, but to me, it's just about like visualizing my dream. So being able to ring announce at SummerSlam, to me, it was like, oh my God, this is going to be a realization of my dream. Like it will happen. So it's more of like, I was just like excited. I could not wait to do it.
I'm really happy for you. You know what really like made me happy about? It's gonna sound crazy. So first of all, you followed the Java Tears page. Shout out to you for that one. Thank you. But you didn't have like a crazy following.
Mm-mm.
Like you had like your core fan base, and you know they supported you. I saw you had a very high engagement following, whatever. But the numbers weren't crazy when it came to following. You were just a girl who loves wrestling, who has her solid little fan base, not small, but a solid fan, but nothing like 100K, a million followers. You were just this girl who loves wrestling, who rings announcer on the independent scene. And when I saw you won, I was like, fuck yes. Yes.
Oh my God, thank you. And you know what? Like, yeah, you're right. Because like on my Instagram, I think before the contest, I only had like, I was barely making it to like 800. And I was just like really happy. I was like, when is this going to hit 800? Because like, I'd be really happy. It was like stuck at 700 for a while. And I was like, come on, 800, let's go.
Where you at now?
Now I'm at 2,900. But it's crazy. Like you're right. Like I didn't have like a huge following. I just kept like posting my stuff. And even before I got involved in the indies, because I started my Instagram, I believe in 2019. And you know, I'd slowly like gained followers. And honestly, I met a lot of people because of wrestling, and they've been with me since day one. And that's really nice because I've developed friendships with people all over the world because of wrestling. My TikTok, oh my God, I created the account just to join the contest. So my followers were literally like 60, I think, before SummerSlam. That's why to me it's like, well, yeah, I really don't think I'm gonna win. I don't have enough likes, like, you know, I don't have enough followers.
Where's your followers now on TikTok?
TikTok, 3,600, I believe.
Nice. So after getting in the middle of the ring, doing that, what happened after? Are they going to keep in contact with you, or is there more opportunities ahead potentially?
So basically, I was told that, you know, the contest was just a one-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, hey, you'll never know like what's gonna happen next type of deal. And I was just like, okay, cool, thank you so much. So to me, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. You know, like I said, SummerSlam. I guess I mentioned earlier, SummerSlam was my probably 6th or 7th event to ring announce, but in total, SummerSlam was my 11th event.
Okay, you're fresh.
Yeah, like I literally just started in the indies back in February. So to me, you know, I just want to keep getting my reps. And that's what I've been doing since SummerSlam, just doing more shows. Because to me, there's nothing, you know, better than being inside that ring and feeling the energy from the crowd and just doing your thing.
It's absolutely beautiful. So how has the indies been treating you?
Like my close circle, or
the closer core, the people that you know, and also you doing indie work now. Like, are you getting more bookings ever since you did that?
Yeah, bookings, yes. Like September, actually, I have an event every single week, which is good because you know it goes back to my mindset of like I just want my reps. I want to keep doing this. And then in terms of like showing up to events, you know, my friends in the wrestling world, they're just like really happy for me. And because I think they're all before, I would tell them, I was like, I don't know, I don't think I'm going to win this. And then they're like, Raine, just, you know,
let's do it.
Fine. You'll be fine. You know, just do your thing. You know what you can do. And then after I won, you know, every time I see them at events now, they're like, congratulations. And then I have like just random people come up to me at my events now and they tell me, oh my God, you know, we saw you at SummerSlam, or we were there and great job. And I've had like people take pictures with me, and that's really nice. Cause it's like, to me, it's like, I love that interaction with people. To me, it's like, oh my God, you know, I'm glad I was able to, you know, entertain you guys. So
That's amazing. What do you want in the future?
So for me, I want to turn that one-time spot into a full-time gig. So I really love working in the wrestling industry. To me, it's my passion. It combines two things that I love, which is live TV, live performing, and wrestling. So I really want to get back inside a WWE ring, be a full-time announcer, whether it be WWE or somewhere else. To me, again, because I just love wrestling. I just love being a part of that role. Like last night, man, I was ringside, I was ring announcing. And then while I was at ringside, it was a hardcore match that we had last night. So to me, I was doing the whole, like the reactions and like, because I was playing the whole role the whole night,
Yeah.
I just love that. I love performing. So.
Now that's awesome. That's beautiful. So, how long have you been a wrestler? Been a wrestling fan for many years? Or are you just recently a wrestling fan? Like, tell me a little bit about that.
So I became a wrestling fan in 2006. It was the year before I moved to the US.
Okay, moved from where?
From the Philippines.
Oh, okay. I know a couple of people from the Philippines. A couple good friends of mine.
Nice.
I said salmon. Spam. Spam, eggs, and rice in the morning. Clap. But yeah, wow. So you only been in the country for like a good amount of time, like 14 years.
Yeah, like 14 years now.
14 years. That's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so you started watching in 2006. So what made you get into it?
Oh, so I just remember seeing like John Cena. I was flipping through the channels, and then I remember seeing John Cena, and I was like, what is going on here? And they're hitting each other with chairs, and I was like, man, this is interesting. And at that time, since I knew my mom and my stepdad would be, petitioning me to move here, I was trying to find some English programming that would help me kind of listen into more English. And to me, it's like, okay, how do people in America actually talk? Because in the Philippines, we learned how to speak English, right, at school. But it wasn't like you go home, you don't really speak English to your family. We go back to, language. And so to me, it was like, okay, I want to find some English programming that's interesting, wherein I can listen into English and, figure out how Americans talk. And I found wrestling.
Wow.
I just never said suck it to people because at that time it was DX too.
So a little Filipino girl uses wrestling to learn English. That is an American immigrant story at its finest.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like, well, hey, this is fun. And then I'm accomplishing my goal of improving my English. I was like, hey, I'm hitting two birds with one stone here.
You definitely are. So you started in 2006. It's 14 years of being a wrestling fan. So let's talk some wrestling right now. Okay. First question I gotta ask you is top 5 favorite wrestlers. No particular order.
Okay. Well, I have John Cena and then Batista.
Okay.
And then, I have Trish Stratus, Lita, and Beth Phoenix.
Quality. Ain't mad at it. So can you give me 3 wrestling moments that you still think oh my God, what a moment?
Oh God. Number 1 would be, I didn't get the chance to watch The Rock because when I started watching wrestling, he wasn't, he was already
gone. He was like part-time, basically.
Yeah, but I remember showing up at a WWE event here in Los Angeles, and it was the event wherein SmackDown moved to Fox.
Mm-hmm.
I was there live, and The Rock showed up, and I had never been at a place wherein it felt like the building was just shaking because everyone went wild. Wild. So that to me was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Just the energy from the crowd and then the energy from The Rock. It was just I felt like I was taken into like an, I don't know, outer space. It was just like some wild ride, basically. But that one, I will not forget that moment ever in my life because that was really an electrifying moment. So,
He's the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. So yeah, it makes sense.
And then the next one would probably be watching Trish Stratus versus Lita at Trish's last match. This was back in 2006. I was still in the Philippines, and at that time we would watch pay-per-views at movie theaters because we couldn't get,
Wow.
so we couldn't get pay-per-views at home. So at that time, you have to go to a movie theater to watch it live. So it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, I think, our time. And then my father and I went to the movie theater just to watch Unforgiven. Yeah, I think that was the movie. Yeah. And I just remember seeing her, I was new to watching wrestling. And I was like, man, she's so great. She accomplished that much in her career. And look at her and like in her hometown. And she had this great match against Lita. It was just like that feel good moment of like, you see someone accomplishing her dream and, and people loved her. So I really remember that moment because to me, it's like, man. And then, obviously to me, it's like, and then a woman accomplished that. That's amazing.
It was dope. It was a dope moment, man.
Yeah. And then, oh God, this one literally just like moved to my top 3, like from last month. This is John Cena versus Roman Reigns. I love that moment. Well, I guess number one, because I was there too. And then just feeling like the energy from the crowd, and how John Cena just kind of like lit up everyone, at the same time, I love Roman Reigns as a heel. And to be honest with you, when I found out that it'll be John Cena versus Roman Reigns, in my head, I gotta go to SummerSlam. Like I gotta see John Cena versus Roman Reigns. And I was like, well, I'm working that Saturday, so I guess I'm not going. And, but I still made it to SummerSlam somehow. And
took that day off from work.
Yep, I got the day off. So no, just seeing that match and the whole thing with Brock Lesnar coming back, just that storyline of like now Paul Heyman's caught in the middle. I thought it was just like a good story. And at the same time, the going into SummerSlam in my head, well, I love John Cena, but I don't think he's going to win. But there were times while watching that match, and in my head, okay, wait, I think he might win now. I started questioning myself, but that one, I love that match as well.
So let's move on a little bit further on to current events, and let's just talk a little bit. So, what are you currently loving right now in professional wrestling?
Oh God, what do I currently love? Well, I love that I don't get to watch AEW a lot. I watch it like every now and then whenever I get a chance to. But I love how, superstars that got released from WWE got a chance at AEW. Like I love how Ruby Soho got that spotlight.
Love her.
Yeah, that's amazing, so that's a classic story of like, you know what, when one door closes, another one will open for you. And that's exactly what happened to her. So just beautiful. Also with, in, I know, I think it's it's
NWA.
Yeah, with the Empower pay-per-view. I love that one because to me, I know WWE had Evolution a few years ago.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would do that again, but then they didn't do it anymore. So I was like, man, I wish there'd be another women's pay-per-view, and we got Empower. So I love that nowadays it's not just WWE that you can see on TV. There's a lot of wrestling that people can watch, people can enjoy. There's a lot of wrestling that would cater to people's interests. Like I know with WWE, I feel like they're mostly like sports entertainment.
Yeah.
Like when I watch AEW, I feel like, I'm at my indie shows just watching like pure wrestling.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like a lot of choices now for us fans to watch.
Nah, you're 100% right. We're at a different time. We have a lot of options. that us as wrestling fans have now. So you're such a positive person. You're so bubbly. You're so nice. But I'm going to ask this question. What's one thing you currently hate in professional wrestling right now? It could be anything.
Oh, God. What I hate is basically people who are not getting their chances. People who have put in work in the industry and still don't get that shot. And I feel bad, because to me, now that I am a part of the indie scene, right, I see how hard these people work, how hard these men and women, work just so they could, have a match. Like literally last night, I had I know two guys who literally they're not even supposed to be there, but to them they're just hoping to get called up for a match, and luckily it happened for them. But to me, it's like I feel bad for people who are just waiting to get called up, and it's not like happening for them. So I hope one day it will.
It will. But I love that take of it. We'd like to do something on the Coffee Talk with Friends called Hot Coffee Take. This take is a belief, a hill you will die on. You don't care what nobody says when it comes to wrestling. So, Miss Raine, what is your hot coffee take of the day?
Ooh, hot coffee take of the day in terms of wrestling, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, God. I actually think that Paul Heyman is really involved with Brock Lesnar, and he is actually going to turn on Roman Reigns. And I think this is a good turning point for Roman Reigns to kind of get axed as a tribal chief, because I feel like now he has like that kind of like the Judas basically in the bloodline. I think that's Paul Heyman. I really think that's Paul Heyman. As much as I love Paul Heyman with Roman Reigns, I really think that Paul Heyman would be that Judas, and he would still be loyal to Brock Lesnar.
I'm loving that right now. Because, it was little things like sprinkled in, like, how did you know? Did you know that Brock was at SummerSlam? What's going on with that? Why is his your ringtone? It's a little things, it's like, what's going on here? What's going on?
Mm-hmm. It's like, at some point he's just gonna Paul Heyman is just gonna make a huge mistake, and it's really gonna add more fuel to the fire, and it will slowly reveal that it really is working for Brock Lesnar. I mean, come on, he's worked with the guy for what, 20 years?
Yeah. Yeah, he's stuck in the middle. He got the his main chick, and now he got his side chick, and he's only the one to go to right now.
I love how you said that, because like when Roman Reigns was talking to Paul Heyman this past Friday on SmackDown, I was like, this scene seems like when you watch movies, it's kind of like, are you cheating on me?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Like he doesn't want to show his phone. He's being like very secretive about things. It's exactly what that is. It's hilarious. I think it's beautiful storytelling. It's super dramatic. It's being drawn out beautifully. So I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm super stoked. I did a post just recently about it. Super stoked about the Bloodline versus New Day on Monday Night Raw. I'm ecstatic about this. I don't care what nobody says. It's free, good wrestling we're about to get on Monday Night Raw. I don't care if the rest of the show is bad. I'm excited only for that match.
Yeah, I'm excited for that match too, because to me, it's like, first of all, I love Big E. Like, honestly, at SummerSlam, he was so nice, super supportive, super kind to me.
Really?
Yes. Like, honestly, like so I announced his name, right? And he was like doing his thing in the ring, and he kind of went towards my way, and he said, "Great work." And I was like, oh my God, that's so nice of you to like do that. Because it's like, what I'm saying? It's like he didn't have to do that, but then he took his time, like, to like tell me that. And I was like, Thank you, man. Thank you. That was amazing, you know? And even backstage, actually, I saw him again after, the kickoff show. He's like, how did it go? And I said, dude, like, it's amazing. And he's like, great job. And again, he didn't have to do that, you know? And it's not just him, but particularly for him, you know, that moment when he told me inside the ring, great work, to me, it's like, oh, yeah.
Nah,
Great.
you gotta love the dude, man. You gotta love the dude. And I remember a friend of mine's, she has said, like, it says something about his character when all wrestlers from all promotions are giving nothing but an love and support for him after he won the title last week, Monday. And it's a beautiful thing when somebody's just a genuinely a good person. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna end this episode on some love. Once again, Raine, thank you so much for taking time out your morning, because you're on the West Coast right now,
yes,
to talk a little bit of wrestling, a little bit about who you are. Thank you so much. Good luck in the future. Hopefully you come back on another episode of Coffee Talk with Friends. Thank you. Let the people know where they can find you on social media.
Oh, thank you so much. You guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube at Ringside Raine, and that's Raine with an E. And if you're in the Southern California area, Orange County area, I'd be posting my events on my Instagram page, so you guys watch out for that. And thank you so much for having me. Like you said, I've been following you since like last year or 2 years ago. It's amazing to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Ladies and gentlemen, this was another great episode of Coffee Talk with Friends. We have the living legend, future superstar of WWE on this episode, Miss Ringside Raine, in the building. Once again, Raine, thank you so much for coming on. And this is another episode of Coffee Talk with Friends.